we must examine the damage, and then we have to now get direction from God. Okay, he says, all right, I came back from war, I was fighting my enemies, and now everything is burned down. Oh my God, there is nothing around that's left. My house is burned down, my chariot is burned down, my little place that I came to rest, it's burned down. Could you imagine coming home and everything that you worked hard for was missing?
Wow.
So this is the situation that David walked into. He came back from battle and noticed there was an attack against him and his camp. This attack that came against David as a leader and the families, somebody say families, and the families that followed him. Whenever the enemy comes to attack you, it's not just about you, but it's about that which is connected to you. So when the enemy comes in to hurt you, when the enemy comes in to distract you, it's not just about you, but it's about your family. Because God, the enemy knows that if you're distracted, then your family won't prosper. He understands if you're distracted as the head, if you're distracted as the mother, if you're distracted, then he has entrance. My God. He has entrance into your, we'll say camp today, or into your household. So you have to understand, God, that you have to now stay alert. Yes, God. You have to stay alert. But even better yet, David had now figured out a way. He had to figure out a way. He had to now figure out a way to recover. Somebody say recover. He had to figure out a way to recover. He comes from battle and everything is gone. Everything is missing. And so now, just like any human being, he has to figure out, what do I do next? How in the world do I get from this place of nothing, Tanisha? How do I get from this place of everything being burned down, Delia, to the place of victory, okay? How do I get to the next place in God when I don't have anything that looks like God around me? How do I fulfill all of the prophecies that have been spoken over my life, but it looks like I live in a deficit? How do I get to the next place when this place is burned down? I wish I had help. But this place is a good place. Turn to your neighbor and say, no matter where you are, this is a good place. Okay, so in this place, if we can examine the place for a little bit, we have husbands that lost their wives, their children, and their houses. Everything, I think I made it clear, but let me say it again. Everything was burned to the ground. All of their possessions were gone. This was an interesting attack, watch it, Apostle, because this was an attack that took place while they were already at war. Okay, this wasn't one because they just weren't paying attention. Y'all missed it. This wasn't one just because they were drunk and they just, was doing their own thing. But there is possible that sometimes while you're fighting something else comes and joins in on the fight. My God. Okay, so watch it here. Watch it here. So have you ever been in a place where you've been worrying about what's in front of you and then something now hits you from behind? Have you ever been in a place where you say, okay, I got my bills in front of me, I got a plan, and then something else, the water pipe bursts, something else, the car stops working, something else happens to you. And this was the place that David was in. David was, okay, I'm going out, I'm going to face my enemies head on, I'm going to face my bills head on. That might be you. I'm going to face my situations head on. I'm going to do better at work. But then something else comes and attacks you. And it leaves you, watch this, with nothing.
My God.
Okay? It leaves you with nothing. It leaves you with nothing. It is here where now those who went with David, they went to war with David, watch it, they went to war with David, now they want to kill him.
My God.
Okay, so we all came back to nothing. David had 2 wives and they're missing. But they're so mad at David now that they want to kill David. Those who David depended on in war now want to wage war against him. 2018 is going to be the year where you see who people really are. Okay. This is the year where when things don't go people's way, you're going to see who they really are. Okay, yeah. It wasn't until we all got attacked. It wasn't just you over there with the husband. It wasn't just you over there with the kids, but we all got attacked, and now y'all want to kill me.
Wow.
Okay, so everyone is on your side when it's victory. But who can you depend on in defeat? Okay, we don't like to talk about that. We chant victory, we dance for victory, we run around the church for victory, we do cartwheels for victory. We don't even give money if somebody says victory. Well, who can you trust? Who can you depend on in defeat? Okay. If you live long enough, I want you to understand there will be a time, there will be a period where you face, watch this, defeat.
Yeah.
And in that place, God allows it. He doesn't make it happen, watch it. But he allows it so you can see who you really have around you. Oh God, y'all missed it. So David does not have friends around him, Will, but David has people that he leads around him. And never mistake those that you lead as your friends. Oh God, help today. All right, so let me deal with this just a little bit more. So David couldn't locate his friends at the moment, and David couldn't find his family at the moment. David couldn't find his mom and dad at the moment. But what David did was he found God in grief. Okay, y'all not talking back. So in the midst of grief is where he found God. And so sometimes God allows grief. So in the midst of your grief, you can find him. Yeah. So in the midst of your grief, you can find God. And so David, in the midst of his grief, in the midst of them talking about stoning him, they said, guess what? I feel strength from the Lord. So David found strength while they were talking about stoning him. Okay, so David didn't plan on running, which I probably would have did. They were talking about stoning him, and David says, okay, God, I need to now find strength from you. So David felt stronger when people were against him.